Okay, so better motion tracking. It's basically a better version of Blender's built-in motion tracker. Check it out. Here I have a video of a street. We then run better motion tracking on it and we get a bunch of tracked points. We can then add anything we like to the scene. Monkey! You might be wondering how this is any better than Blender's built-in motion tracker. And look at that! You can actually see the scene in 3D after tracking. And look, another one! Here we have some aerial footage of some buildings, and after we track it we can see the point cloud in 3D as well as the camera motion. And then with the mesh enabled. Now I think that's pretty cool. So, I hear you say, that's sick, I want to give it a try. Where can I get it from? And to that I would say, from the link in the description, my good sir. Alright, moving on. Here's a quick tutorial on how to install and use better motion tracking. So, first off, head over to the Gumroad link in the description and download better motion tracking. You can either get the free version or the paid version if you'd like the full feature set. After downloading the zip file, go to Edit, Preferences, then go to Add-ons, click the drop-down menu and select Install from Disk. Navigate to the downloaded zip file and install from disk. Next we go back to our 3D view and hit N to open the sidebar. Here you should be able to see the better motion tracking panel. The next thing we need to do is open our video's image sequence. If you don't know how to convert a video to an image sequence, I've linked a tutorial of that in the description. Once you have your image sequence in a folder, you can open it by clicking the folder icon and navigate into the folder containing the images. Next is the mask images. This is an optional field we can use if there is a section of video you don't want tracked. This is handy if you have something moving in frame like a person and don't want to confuse the tracker. Mask images should be in a folder, have the exact same name as the image sequence images, be black where you don't want tracking and white where you do. I'm going to leave this blank. Next is GPU acceleration. If you have a CUDA device such as an NVIDIA GPU, you can turn this on to improve solve times by up to 10 times. Just make sure you do have a device before turning it on, otherwise it will crash. Tracking quality is exactly as it sounds. Medium works best for most scenes. For more complex scenes, high should be used. Context length is the amount of frames to track features across. If the solve fails, try increasing this and or the tracking quality. Generate point cloud and generate mesh. Specify if you want to make a mesh or point cloud. These options are only available on the paid version. If you've selected to generate mesh, you'll need to download OpenMVS. First open settings using this button. Now you can either download OpenMVS from the official GitHub release, link in the description, or use the auto download button. OpenMVS is a separate program that is used to do mesh reconstruction. It is licensed under the GPL3 license, a copy of which can be found at the link in the description, as well as the source code and release binaries. Now that it's installed, we can run the reconstruction and tracking. This will take some time, so I'll skip ahead.
A few moments later.
I'm back! Did you miss me? Alright, now we have a point cloud and mesh, so the next thing to do is fix the rotation. At the moment, everything is aligned along the Z axis. Shift A, empty, plane axis. Next, select the camera, point cloud, and mesh. Then select the empty, Control P to parent, object. Now we can rotate the empty by 90 degrees on the X axis. Okay, now that everything is aligned, we need to match the focal length. First, let's hide the mesh. Then select the camera and hit number pad 0 to view the camera view in your viewport. As you can see, the add-on is automatically loaded in the image sequence and set to scene frames. Now you can adjust the focal length so the point cloud matches the image. And we're all done. Now you can add objects to your scene using the point cloud or mesh as a reference.